Logan Lucky is a crime film and is directed by Steven Soderbergh and stars an ensemble cast including Channing Tatum, Daniel Craig, and Adam Driver. And the film is about Jimmy Logan, who tries to undo a family curse by robbing a speedway with his family and friends. Now, I was really looking forward to this film because not only is this film directed by the same guy who did the Ocean's trilogy, but this film also has a very solid cast as well. And after seeing it, it was okay. I knew I was expecting an entertaining movie. I knew I wasn't going to get a smart movie. But this film, entertainment-wise, is just average. Now, there were good things in this movie, but again, unlike the Ocean's trilogy, which was fast-paced and exciting, Logan Lucky was just slow and didn't have very compelling characters. With the Ocean's trilogy, you had a cast of characters that you could immediately recognize. Here, I could only remember half the characters, and a lot of that has to do with how many characters in this film serve no point to the story. There are characters that show up in this movie and contribute nothing. There's this race car driver played by Sebastian Stan, and the film dedicates time to fleshing out his character, but in the end, he serves no point at all. Seth MacFarlane also plays a pointless character. His only purpose in the movie was to be humiliated by other characters, and that's Seth MacFarlane's character in a nutshell. The only truly shining characters in this movie are played by Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, and Daniel Craig. These three play the best characters in the movie. I was more invested in these characters alone than any other character. Every other character I didn't give a shit about. When I said earlier how this movie was slow, it's a very slow-paced movie. There are scenes that tend to drag on for a little bit too long, and the film I just found to be boring. The first half hour and the last half hour of the film were the most boring parts to sit through. The only interesting thing about this movie was the middle section where they're setting up the heist and executing it. Another problem I had with the film was how this film tried to be a comedy. Like, this film is not entirely a comedy film. There are comedy bits, but even the comedy bits weren't funny. The cinema I was in, barely anyone laughed. I could only recall 3 times when people laughed at a joke in the film. Every other joke just missed their mark and just wasn't funny. Overall, I found this film to be entertaining. Although, if you're looking for a fast-paced, exciting film like the Ocean's trilogy, you're not going to get that with this film. This film is very much a slow-going movie. Some characters, while they were performed well, they were ultimately pointless to the plot. But what kept me going through this film was the characters portrayed by Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, and Daniel Craig. These three were the ones that kept me invested in this movie. So, would I recommend this film? If you were a fan of the Ocean's trilogy, definitely. But if you're looking for a film to be just entertained by, I'd probably say skip this film. And I'm going to give Logan Lucky a 7 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5. Thank you so much for watching.